Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital Spoilers Weekly Promo. Lucky drops a bomb. General Hospital Spoilers' new weekly promo shows Lucky Spencer dropping a major bombshell. Meanwhile, someone gets a scare while another inadvertently starts a feud on the ABC daytime drama. This week's new General Hospital promo sees Lucky Spencer at Bobby's Diner with Elizabeth Weber. At first, Liz is happy, but then her smile fades when Lucky tells her he can't stay in Port Charles. Indeed, she's mostly disappointed for their son, Aiden Weber. But she will also be sad to see Lucky go and surely wishes he'd stay. Whether she'll admit it or not, she likely still has feelings for him on some level. With a history as rich as theirs, it's hard not to. But even if Lucky plans to leave town, it looks like something keeps him there, likely Elizabeth. A recent leaked behind-the-scenes photo for General Hospital shows Lucky and Elizabeth together and happy at Christmas. So it appears that he sticks around and gets even closer to Elizabeth. Indeed, fans will be ecstatic. While Elizabeth Weber, Rebecca Herbst from Lucky Spencer's, Jonathan Jackson, News, chaos erupts for others. Soon Michael Corinthos, Chad Dull, confides in Jason Morgan, Steve Furton. He tells Jason that Drew Kane Quartermain, Cameron Matheson, and Willow Tate, Caitlin McMullen, are sleeping together. Of course, Jason's in shock on General Hospital. He cannot believe either of them would betray Michael Corinthos like that. To make matters worse, Michael catches them together again at the gatehouse this week. They're only talking at this time, but he keeps catching them together. Later, something goes down at the Quartermain mansion. Jason loses it and punches Drew. He punches back, and the twins get into a full-on brawl. No doubt, Jason's furious with Drew for jeopardizing Michael's marriage. In addition, Drew gives a speech as the election comes to a close, and he learns if he's won or not. Elsewhere, there is a pregnancy scare, and judging from the promo, the possibilities include Willow and Sasha Gilmore, Sophia Matson. However, the promo also hints at Brooke Lynn Quartermain, Amanda Seton. Additionally, Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Beganos, is shown. And while there's a slight chance, it would be a miracle because she's not able to have children. Chances are it's Willow Tay, and she'll be unsure who the father is, Michael or Drew. Also, Brooklyn and her mom, Lois Cirillo, Rena Sofer, are in shock. Most likely, it involves the melodrama and Jason's fight with Drew. GH brings the drama and action this week. Tune in to see if Lucky Spencer will leave Port Charles again on the ABC Sudzer. In an explosive week on General Hospital, the arrival of Lucky Spencer electrifies Port Charles as he returns with secrets and revelations that no one saw coming. With his arrival comes a bombshell that will send shockwaves through every corner of the city and shake the foundations of key families. Here's a breakdown of what fans can expect this week as Lucky's long-awaited comeback stirs up buried secrets and puts several characters on edge. Monday, Lucky's arrival stuns Port Charles. Lucky Spencer's return to Port Charles catches everyone off guard, particularly his parents, Laura and Luke, who've struggled to come to terms with his long absence. Although he's been away on assignments with the WSB, Lucky's reappearance comes with a different energy this time. Something dark and unresolved seems to hang over him, sparking immediate concern. Elizabeth, upon hearing Lucky's back, is torn. After all, they share a rich history, complicated by love, betrayal, and the lingering connection of their son, Aiden. Lucky's visit will reignite past feelings for Elizabeth, though she's now entrenched in a complex love triangle involving Finn and the ever-looming specter of Nicholas, whose reappearance Elizabeth has been secretly grappling with. When Lucky comes face to face with Laura, his mother can't help but notice the haunted look in his eyes. After an emotional reunion, Lucky hints at a family crisis that's been haunting him for some time. Laura's intuition immediately kicks in, but Lucky remains tight-lipped, hinting only that his return could bring unforeseen consequences. Tuesday, an unexpected confrontation with Valentin. Lucky wastes no time in catching up with old friends and foes, and it isn't long before he crosses paths with Valentin Cassadine. The tension between them is thick. Valentin, wary of Lucky's WSB background and his allegiance to the Spencer family, wastes no time trying to figure out his intentions. Lucky's demeanor is cold, making it clear he's here with a purpose that Valentin would be wise to avoid meddling in. Their conversation turns cryptic when Valentin subtly hints that he knows more about Nicholas's disappearance than he's let on. Lucky's eyes flash with anger and disbelief. Does Valentin know what happened to Nicholas? The tension builds as Lucky realizes he may be stepping into a mess far more complicated than anticipated. At the end of the day, Lucky decides he must confront someone else tied to his family's troubles. His next stop, Windermere. Wednesday, secrets revealed at Windermere. Arriving at Windermere, Lucky confronts his half-brother, Nicholas. Or at least, that's what he intends to do. But as he searches the empty halls, it becomes apparent that Nicholas is still elusive, hidden away in the depths of his family estate, or perhaps in hiding somewhere else altogether. Instead, Lucky encounters Ava, who's less than thrilled to see him snooping around. Their conversation is icy at best, with Ava defensively asking why Lucky's suddenly so interested in Nicholas's whereabouts after so long. Lucky, in turn, challenges Ava on her role in Nicholas's recent disappearance, and hints that his absence may not be as innocent as she claims. Ava's face blanches, realizing he may be onto something she's not yet prepared to admit. Before he leaves, Lucky drops a cryptic warning that Port Charles may be in danger if Nicholas doesn't come forward soon. Ava, shaken, wonders what he knows that the rest of them don't. Thursday, Elizabeth and Lucky's intimate moment. Elizabeth finally confronts Lucky about his return, and the two share an emotional conversation about their past, their children, and the ghosts of their relationship. Despite everything that's come between them, there's an undeniable spark, one that Elizabeth can't easily ignore. Lucky, sensing her conflicted emotions, reminds her of the bond they share, both through Aiden and their history together. But he also confesses that he's struggling with something he can't shake, something that keeps him up at night and gnaws at his conscience. Finally, Lucky reveals part of his secret to Elizabeth. He's been investigating a deep-rooted Cassadine conspiracy, one that could ruin lives if exposed. Elizabeth, now terrified, begs him to leave it alone, but Lucky insists that he can't. He's in too deep, and there are too many people at risk if he doesn't follow through. As they hold hands, their eyes filled with emotions, both old and new, Elizabeth realizes that Lucky's presence could be the key to unlocking the mystery surrounding Nicholas. But at what cost? Friday, the bombshell drops. By the end of the week, Lucky is ready to drop the bomb he's been holding onto. Laura, Elizabeth, Ava, and even Valentin are drawn to the docks, where Lucky makes his announcement. In a voice trembling with conviction, Lucky reveals that he's been investigating the Cassadine family for years, uncovering connections that tie into the darkest secrets of the Cassadine legacy. He's found evidence that Nicholas's disappearance was no accident. Rather, it's tied to a much larger plan that could jeopardize countless lives in Port Charles. As Lucky lays out the pieces of his investigation, a sense of dread settles over the gathered crowd. Laura's face goes pale, realizing her son may have uncovered something even she can't protect him from. Ava is beside herself, realizing that her own involvement in the Cassadine drama has come back to haunt her in ways she never expected. The final moment is electric. Lucky announces that there's a traitor among them, someone who's been feeding information to a mysterious Cassadine contact, someone with a direct link to Helena Cassadine herself. Everyone exchanges panicked glances, wondering who among them could be the mole. Closing thoughts: a dangerous road ahead. Lucky's return to Port Charles sets the stage for a dramatic and dangerous storyline, as secrets, lies, and betrayal threaten to unravel the lives of Port Charles's most prominent families. His investigation into the Cassadine legacy raises questions about who can be trusted and who's been pulling strings behind the scenes, all while reigniting his relationships with key players like Elizabeth, Laura, and even his brother's widow, Eva. As the week closes, the Spencer and Cassadine families are left reeling from Lucky's bombshell announcement, with each of them wondering how far the roots of this conspiracy go and who among them can be trusted. With Lucky's warning lingering in their minds, they brace for a battle that promises to push Port Charles to the brink. And as Lucky dives deeper into the heart of darkness surrounding the Cassadine family, he realizes that exposing the truth might cost him everything. Tune in next week to see how Lucky's return reshapes Port Charles, and who will emerge unscathed as the secrets of the Cassadine Empire begin to unravel.